Hello beautiful humans! I hope you're all having a wonderful gem of a day. I must say that you are looking gorgeous today. Oh, thanks. That's me assuming you returned the compliment. Today I am doing a Miss Peregrine inspired makeup tutorial from the film Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, directed by the wonderful, the amazing, the awesome Tim Burton. The hair and makeup in this film was done by a man called Paul Gooch, who is a BAFTA award-winning hair and makeup artist. He is the artistic director of a brand called Umberto Giannini, which is a hair brand. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I'm so sorry if I butchered that name. I probably did. The films he has worked on include Becoming Jane, Sweeney Todd, The Other Boleyn Girl, Alice in Wonderland, and Alice Through the Looking Glass, The King's Speech, Dark Shadows, Les Mis, Maleficent, Into the Woods. He is just like all over the place, like done so many incredible films that I have just absolutely loved. Like I'm so inspired by him. So he got into makeup through acting school. He joined the BBC doing a hair and makeup apprenticeship, and he was there for 13 years until he basically was made redundant and he had to branch out on his own. And good thing he did, because he started doing some incredible work working with Tim Burton. I think that was actually his first job, was with Tim Burton. And yeah, he's just done some incredible, amazing things. So he did the hair and the makeup for this film. He's actually currently teaching hair and makeup at the Eylure Academy. He's like teaching people how he does that Hollywood sort of hair and makeup, which is absolutely incredible. So if you're interested in his work, then yeah, you can learn it from him. So I always think that's amazing when people pass on their skills, people like that. Like Lisa Eldridge on YouTube. If you haven't watched Lisa Eldridge, seriously, I don't even care. Stop watching this video, go and watch her. She is incredible. She is out of this world. She does celebrity makeup. I've been watching her pretty much ever since I first started watching YouTube. She is the person that got me into YouTube videos. She is just so incredible. She does so many incredible makeup looks. She's done all the celebrities out there basically, and yeah, she shows you how to do it on her own YouTube channel. So I just think that's so amazing when people do that, when they pass on their skills to people. So anyway, the makeup and hair in this film was inspired by the 40s era. The majority of the film is set in the 40s. They basically go back in time, and the costume designer for this film was Colleen Atwood, which if you don't know who that is, oh my goodness, she is just incredible. Like, whoa, I absolutely love her work. She is just absolutely amazing. So the combination of the two of them, of Paul Gooch and Colleen Atwood, is like a dream. And Tim Burton, obviously, is like a dream team. So yeah, I really loved this film just for those reasons, just for like visually, I just found it incredible. So yeah, a lot of the costumes, the makeup, the hair was sort of modeled on the 40s. It's supposed to be this magical world, so it's not really based on actual 40s hair and makeup and costumes. It's kind of obviously very artistic because Tim Burton is, you know, doesn't like to play by the rules. So the makeup for this look is very kind of based on a bird. So basically Eva Green's character, Miss Peregrine, is can basically shapeshift into a bird, and her bird is a peregrine falcon. I wouldn't say this particularly reminds me of a peregrine falcon. It's probably more reminiscent of a crow. But anyway, it's supposed to be sort of bird-like, so the eyes are kind of quite long and dramatic and bird-like, like the tails of a bird. The hair, obviously this hair is nothing like the actual hair. I didn't even try, I just kind of put it up roundabout so it sort of looked a bit like it. But the hair for that look was insane. It was like this, I think they said it took them like a week, like Eva Green and her hairdresser like locked themselves in a room for a week and but basically just brainstorming. They did tons and tons and tons of different looks, and then basically they just whittled it down to the look that they liked the best, which was this amazing updo. It had like this sort of almost like a horn on one side. Anyway, without further ado, let us get into the makeup look. Okay, so I've already primed my face with my L'Oreal Infallible mattifying base just to make sure I'm not glowy at all, because film makeup generally tends to be quite natural and matte, and this look was definitely very, very matte. So I've already mattified my skin, and I'm just going to use my Maybelline Colour Tattoo in Creme de Nude as a base for my eyes, just to make sure I don't have any veins on them or imperfections of any kind. Okay, so I'm just going to set that in place with my Makeup Revolution Redemption palette, Essential Mattes 2. And I'm just going to use the lightest shade, so just this one in the corner here. And I'm just going to put that all over my lid to set that base. Okay, now just to add a little bit of definition to the crease, I'm just going to go in with my Sleek Storm palette. I'm just going to use this matte, sort of warm, light brown shade. I'm just going to really lightly pop that in my crease. Okay, and now for the fun part. Now this look did not actually use any sort of liquids, any liquid liners or gel liners or anything as far as I can tell. It's all just powders. So basically a lot of emphasis was put on the lash line. So I'm just going to go in with this dark brown shade from the Maybelline the Nudes palette. And I'm just going to sort of start building up along that lash line. Okay, and then I'm also going to almost like line my eyes like I would with a liner. I'm just going to kind of bring this out really, really lightly to kind of create like a wing with that same shade. Okay, so now I've got that really sort of basic outline. I'm basically just shading it really, really generally sort of in that area. I'm going to go back in with a black powder and I'm just going to really, really intensify that lash line and also the wing. And I'm also using a small eyeliner brush. Okay, and then this wasn't a very harsh line, so I'm just going to really just blend it out and just make it a lot softer, but you still want to keep the shape, so just really gently blend at the outer corner, just where that black is. And if you need to, you can just go back in, just darken it up, just keep intensifying it. With film makeup, it's quite difficult to see the exact look that you're going for because often it changes, obviously, because it's not the exact same makeup. They don't shoot it all in one day, so obviously it does change slightly depending on the storyline, what's happening. They might intensify it, they might pare it back, so this is just kind of the vibe I get from it. It's not really supposed to be realistic or the actual makeup look. I'm just kind of taking inspiration from it, and that's really what I do with this, what I want to do with this channel. I just want to kind of take inspiration from things, not recreate them exactly, but just kind of, I don't know, inspire people to try things that they can do at home that they might have seen in a film that they love, or a celebrity wearing and they want to try it themselves but in a more wearable way. Okay, now that I've sort of got the desired intensity, I'm just going to go in with my Maybelline Eye Studio Lasting Drama Gel Eyeliner, and I'm just going to tightline and go just on the very, very edge of the lash line. I know I said that this was mostly a powder look, but I'm just going to kind of really, really intensify it using the gel eyeliner. Before this dries, I'm just going to use the other end of this. This is kind of like a blending brush, and I'm just going to really gently blend it out and make it a lot more smudgy. Okay, now I am going to come back to the eyes in a minute because there's something very important that I have to do still, but before I do that I'm just going to do my face. So I'm just going to go in with my Sleek color correcting palette just to remove the imperfections from my face. Not remove them, but hide them, because yeah, I don't have the best skin if you couldn't tell already. I find it really useful to use color correcting palettes because they really, really help with the amount of foundation you use. You can get away with a lot less. Mostly it's just the color. It's not actually like physical like spots or bumps on my face. It's mostly just pigmentation and darkness and sort of, you know, redness. So yeah, I would definitely recommend a color correcting palette. Not necessarily this specific one. Lots of brands do them, but it's just really, really useful if you have problem skin. Hey. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with foundation. I'm just using my Rimmel Matte Perfection foundation. Pretty much whichever foundation you normally use. It's not that important because you can always mattify it afterwards, because this is a very matte look, and this foundation isn't really that matte, but I'm going to powder it afterwards. And I would definitely recommend using either a beauty blender or a similar sponge to get that really natural look, because obviously this isn't some sort of, you know, red carpet glamorous look. It's very, very natural, so it's just supposed to look like your real skin. Obviously this is just taking inspiration, so you can kind of go a little bit further if you want, but I'm just going to use my sponge to apply it because I always find that gives the most natural result. And if you have areas that are still kind of showing through, like some pigmentation, just go back over it with that same foundation, just in that spot, and build it up just in that spot. Okay, and then I'm just going to conceal with my Maybelline Eraser Eye Concealer. And I'm going to set my face with my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. Okay, now I am going to go slightly off the original for this part. I am going to contour. Now, I think she was wearing a little bit of contour. Generally in film they do tend to contour, put blush on, you know, they do all the normal things, but you don't really see it because of the camera and the lights and stuff like that. You don't see it as much on camera, so I think she probably did have some contour, but I'm just going to do it really, really lightly with my Napoleon Matte Bronze. I haven't used this in ages, but this is quite a light contour, so I'm just going to make it quite natural. I'm just going to use my Zoeva Luxe Contour Artist brush just to really, really lightly sweep it on. Eva Green has such amazing cheekbones, like, oh my gosh. Okay, and then I'm also just going to contour my nose. Okay, now for blush, I definitely noticed that she had a really, really noticeable blush, and it was quite a pinky kind of cool tone. Everything in this look is quite cool tone, so it wasn't like a peachy blush or anything. So I'm just going to use this Revlon blush in Why Not, and this is kind of like a berry, quite a blue-pink blush, and it was sort of mainly focused on her cheeks and just kind of blended out. Okay, now onto eyebrows. Now I found this quite interesting in this look because she definitely had really, really strong, quite graphic brows. So they kind of went to a point and then they sort of went down and like out this way rather than sort of curving. They were quite angular, so, and very, very dark. So I'm just going to use quite a dark shade. I'm going to use this, it's like a dark grey, almost a black. I'm not actually going to use black, but I'm just going to use this shade, and I'm going to try to shape them in an angular way and try to use the powder to kind of mimic that shape. But again, this is just taking inspiration. It's not supposed to be exactly the same. It's just sort of my interpretation, my take from it. So I'm just going to fill them in first before I shape them. I'm just going to kind of fill in the spaces, and then I'm going to brush them to the side and then do the shape with the powder. Okay, so I'm just going to come up above my natural brow, and then I'm just going to make a line down and sort of come out. And just keep brushing as you go to kind of help you with the shape. And then at the front you want to kind of darken it up a little bit more than usual. Usually at the front I do almost no powder, but this is quite a strong brow look, so I'm just going to intensify that powder at the front. Okay, now we are nearly done. I'm just going to go back on with eyes. Now, one of my favorite things about this makeup look, and the reason I wanted to do it in the first place when I saw the movie, is that the eyeliner does a really distinctive, it goes into like a point in the inner corner, and it just kind of really elongates the eye and makes it look absolutely stunning. I love this look. So I'm just going to use just the powder. I'm just going to kind of turn my head to the side and just extend that line, and then also take it underneath the eye, so it's like a point that's joined at the top and the bottom. And then I'm also just going to extend that liner all the way underneath the eye, and I'm just gonna further intensify this outer corner as well. And you also just want to kind of look straight ahead, straight forward, and just make sure that those 2 points are even and lined up. Okay, and then I'm just going to go back in with this gel liner and I'm going to put it on my waterline. Okay, so for mascara, I'm just going to go in with my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. Okay, now I'm also going to go in with some false lashes. Now generally in films they tend not to use false eyelashes, it's very, very natural, just mascara. I think she may have been wearing some on the outer corners just to sort of enhance that sort of elongated eye effect. But I am going to go in with some false eyelashes because I like my false eyelashes. I'm just going to use my Eylure Enchanted Queen of Night After Dark false lashes. And these are really good because they have that sort of effect of the outer corner, the outer corner being longer. So yeah, I'm just going to apply those. Okay, and then I just added a little bit more of that black eyeshadow just to the top lash line, just to kind of blend it in. I also put some more mascara in my lashes to kind of blend them with the false lashes. Okay, and then I'm just going to go in with my Maybelline Colossal Mascara on my bottom lashes. And then I'm just going to go in with my Maybelline Colour Sensational Lipstick in Born With It. Okay, so that is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave me a comment, let me know what you thought of the look, what you'd like to see next. Make sure to like the video so I know that you liked it, and subscribe for more videos just like this one. And I will see you again next time. Bye guys!